Hello, I'm Issac Jones. Let me introduce myself to you. What you see now is the post-Issac. I have a bachelor's in education, a master's in education leadership. I'm an author, and I'm also a business owner. Now let me introduce you to the pre-Issac. I attended 12 schools in 13 years, dropped out in the 10th grade, later returned, and eventually graduated with a 1.2 grade point average. And I lived a life made choices that came with that educational background and mindset. Now let's tackle a key element in my transformation: trust. Let me explain it to you through an event that happened when I was in my teens. I had a friend who had been a lifeguard for a couple of summers. I needed a job myself, and I thought, let me give this a try. During this training, we were also taught to teach others how to swim. The training session went on, and we were eventually knighted with the skills to save lives and teach individuals how to swim. The job started, and I received a phone call. The caller said, Issac, somebody has signed up for swimming lessons. Well, I show up for day one, and to my amazement, the individual that I was teaching had ponytails and was about 2.5 to 3 feet tall. I thought to myself, this must be a joke, but it was real. As I looked at her, I set another goal besides teaching her how to swim. My ultimate goal was to have her jump from the diving board. Not the lower one, but the one that was about 30 feet high. But there was something that had to be established for my objective to come to fruition. Trust. There was no way that this little girl would do anything that I said without forming a relationship. I had to present every task I gave her in a funny and entertaining way. I did this in order to get her to lower her guards. For example, when it came to me showing her how to kick her legs, I would stand behind her until they kick her legs real hard and splash water in my face. And I would act like the water was so strong that it was blinding me. I was like, where are you? I can't see you. And she'd be laughing, but she was also carrying out the task that I'd given her. And she was doing it with a smile. See, I was also enthusiastic about this process. I had a lot of energy, and this energy transferred to her as well. Every task that I gave her was carried out in the same format. As she completed the task, I could see her self-confidence increase drastically. What I also did, since that was my objective, I would find time to sprinkle in moments where I would jump off the high diving board. And I would involve her in this process, whether it was her cheering me on or clapping when I came up under the water. I was taking tiny steps to desensitize her fear. Well, as time went on, she was successful in learning how to swim. But my goal was to have her jump from the diving board. Well, I want to tell you, on that day of her graduation, she walked on that diving board with the confidence of President Barack Obama on his inauguration day. But once she approached the end of the diving board, I made sure that she locked her eyes on mine. I had my arms out, and I said this word: jump. And what do you think she did? I didn't have to say it twice, because she jumped at that moment right into my arms. When I put in her head, she became. That was one of the most rewarding times in my life as I reflect on it now, because it showed me the power of trust. Now, I told you that story, that experience, because I want to explain to you how that situation impacted my life. I was once lost myself and had no direction, but I had someone in my life who was placed there at the right time for me to trust. I asked her a few questions, and she gave me the most honest answer that she knew possible. She basically held out her arms and said, jump. And because I listened to her, I was able to transform my life because my self-esteem was altered, which rekindled my ability to dream on a much higher level. Now, I'm not saying that you have to become the next Eddie Murphy or Will Ferrell and make everything funny. But I am saying that you have to find ways of making connections that establish trust. My accomplishments and outlook on life would have never been achieved if the trust had not been established for me to jump. My question to you as a leader, as a parent, as a friend is, are you setting the stage for others where you can say, jump? Are you presenting yourself in a way to others where you can say, jump? Are you taking the necessary steps to establish trust with others where you can say, jump? Let me leave you with this quote about trust and how important it is. Trust is like an eraser. It gets smaller and smaller after every mistake. Until next time, I'm Isaac Jones, the Dean of Motivation.